you. But Mamine Dr. Charles for region fee any income. Don't watch out what you mean, can't say.
I'm a Tonka.
Okay. And see, what's here the minister designate for energy and what's here the governor of the central bank, Dr. Ernest Addison. Now, what's here Jinapor? He says as far back as October, there were plans by the central bank, say, Omobe facing out the policy good for oil. But per explanation in the interview I just played, no, it looks as if it's a good thing a Bank of Ghana no would wish to continue with such a policy just to ensure say you benya a very good stakes ebema yenya oil no. Now your take on this na yentrust.
Okay, thank you. I think given the position of the past government on gold for oil, I'm not surprised the Bank of Ghana in the first position because Nanado Abino has always been clear gold for oil policy on Betras, and it was in their manifesto say they were even going to expand the gold for oil policy when if they get power in 2025. And given all of these background, the Bank of Ghana wasn't going to phase out gold for oil policy as far as maybe they are concerned, and MPP was concerned. So I'm not surprised about the position and now I'm a bit surprised that maybe Jinapor refer to certain article and the Bank of Ghana be facing out. I mean, share them article in there, but probably it's there somewhere in the news. But then Bank of Ghana made sure that at the time Omo were going to phase out go for oil, but rather they were going to uphold it and even expand it. Yeah.
But the main rationale behind this policy, I mean, per what we have examined and in Koma yet, one, it is to ensure, say, forex, be stable. Now, this time round, for the hard currency of dollar, don't say the cocra oil, but to a far extent, we were promised, I don't know, so bema a little bit more cheaper. Are we seeing that in terms of its greater impact?
I think the overall impact for go for oil now has not, for in our estimation, any significant because number one, there are questions around it. How much gold are we even using? So far, instead of reports there and breaking down the numbers to show that this is the impact. More what we see is the petrol price ever for man. Yes, you go for oil in India, and I say the petrol price no you say and can you go for oil and car
that was so more than that.
But you see, we've not done the analysis and the assessment and any policy document to show that this is the impact of the go for oil. And if you look at the volumes of oil, even not yet they actually go for oil now, vis-a-vis how much we are consuming now, you realize that it's so insignificant relative to what we are paying at the pumps for oil. Yeah, you said there are two key things that affect the prices. The crude oil prices on the world market and the forex. I think that it's better say macroeconomic environment here, dealing with our issues of the exchange rate on a macroeconomic level. That is beyond NPA. It's beyond Ministry of Energy. That tells you how the economy, the finance, the forex issues, and energy and all of that are interlinked. So what they issues with short-term measures with and me and provide with that long-term impact now because all the times are full about what we see is that it is due to the falling prices of crude oil on the market, right? And you can see the direct impact when it happens. So it's difficult to say about attribute some of these issues to the gold for oil policy. And secondly, there are also issues around even the ability for this gold for oil to reduce to have this impact because sometimes also a movement of prices of gold, which is also subject to fluctuations, and then the movement of the prices for oil, which is also subject to fluctuations. You know, one thing here, now attribution, no, and then we should go for oil, chain now.
Yes, the model,
model, a lot of entities playing middleman roles, and at each level of the chain is another transaction cost on its own. And you know, I think that you should be able to count the cost of this and the benefits around it. Only the real impact of the go for oil policy.
But earlier on, no mention model, no. I mean, should this government even continue the model they implement the transaction? Is it the right frame of policy? SSC cost to us one the middleman no intermediary between the central bank and then those that are producing the oil, no. I mean, and no BBSSA to us one and then if not, how should it be done? Should it be continued?
I think the entire policy should be assessed. I believe you should get to a point where a big say I think we should look at it on a very, very holistic perspective. Say they are a bit me address the overall impact before you caught into such such a transaction. We should put all sentiments aside and then really do a holistic assessment of the policy. Let's say but we should take it off and rather focus on how we can build we can make our currency stronger. And we believe that generally if our currency is stronger, it will have impact downstream petroleum prices near this. And we also have to look at strengthening the refining capacity near this to boost domestic production. I think those things, they are more long-term solutions rather than trying to look for short-term solutions that maybe in the long run I introduce a lot of cost. Maybe a petrol will reduce by 1 CDO, but most not cost not a proportion baby. Then it will affect you in another sector. Those things are very important. Yeah.
Very well. Mami Nawase, I'm highly grateful for your time. Mr. Bedase, NT Energy Policy Lead on Energy, ASEP, Dr. Charles Ofori Jemfi, and Meneno Edin Kobono.